Welcome back. Today I am going to teach you the next part of the chapter Rocks and Soil. Before starting today's part, let's recapitulate. Earth is the third planet from the Sun. Within the first billion years of Earth's history, life appeared in the oceans and began to affect Earth's atmosphere and surface. A crust formed when the molten outer layer of Earth cooled to form a solid. There is more to the Earth than what we can see on the surface. In fact, if you were able to hold the Earth in your hand and slice it in half, you would see that it has multiple layers. But of course, the interior of our world continues to hold some mysteries for us. The earth can be divided into one of two ways, mechanically or chemically. Chemically, which is the more popular of the two, it can be divided into crust, the mantle, which can be subdivided into the upper and lower mantle, and the core, which can also be subdivided into the outer core and inner core. Each rock is made up of two or more materials. Rocks differ in their size, shape, color, texture, origin, and use. Why are rocks so important to Earth? They help us to develop new technologies and are used in our everyday lives. Our use of rocks and minerals includes as building materials, cosmetics, cars, roads and appliances. Rocks and minerals are important for learning about Earth's material, structure and system. Some of these benefits we derived from rocks include the following. Rocks are very important to mankind because they are one of the best sources of fuel and power. Minerals are extracted from rocks. Salt also can be extracted from rocks. Rocks also serve as source of water supply. Rocks can be divided into three types on the basis of how they are formed. Rocks underwater. Some rocks are formed with small pieces of pebbles, gravel, sands and clay. They are mostly found underwater like shell, sandstone, limestone, etc. Rocks deep inside the earth. Some rock change their form to make new rocks like marble, slate. Sandstone is a clastic sedimentary rock composed mainly of sand or organic material. Shale is a fine-grained clastic sedimentary rock composed of mud that is a mix of flakes or clay materials and tiny fragments of other material, especially quartz and calcite. Limestone is a carbonate sedimentary rock that is often composed of the skeletal fragments of marine organisms such as coral, mollusks, etc. Marble is a metamorphic rock composed of recrystallized carbonate material, most commonly calcite or dolomite. Slate is a fine-grained, foliated, homogeneous metamorphic rock, which is derived from an original shale-type sedimentary rock which is composed of clay or volcanic ash through low-grade regional metamorphism. It is the finest grained foliated metamorphic rock. Basalt is a dark-colored, fine-grained, igneous rock composed mainly of different kinds of materials. Granite is also a common type of igneous rock which is granular. Do you love to listen to stories? So now let us hear the birth story of soil. Soil is the topmost layer of the earth's surface. It consists of a mixture of particles of broken rocks, minerals, and decaying plants and animals. It is formed to all forms of life on earth directly or indirectly. It actually affects the forms of life on earth, whether it is directly or whether it indirectly. Soil is formed over a big, very long period of time due to the weathering of rocks and minerals. The process of soil formation is ongoing. Now, what is weathering? It is the process of breaking down of rocks due to the action of heat, cold, water, and wind. Soil is a mixture of organic matter, minerals, gases, liquids, and organisms that together support life. Earth's body of soil, called the phagosphere, has four important functions. Soil is very helpful in our everyday life as a medium for plant growth, as a means of water storage, supply and purification, as a modifier of Earth's atmosphere, and as a habitat for organisms. Soil is a major component of the Earth's ecosystem. The world's ecosystem are impacted in far-reaching ways by the process carried out in the soil, from ozone depletion and global warming to rainforest destruction and water pollution. A typical soil is about 50% solid and 50% void, means pores, of which half is occupied by water and half by gas. There are hard rocks on the surface of the earth. The sun heats up these rocks, rain and wind cools them down. They develop crack due to the constant heating and cooling. The cracks get bigger and bigger. Finally, the rocks break up into small pieces. Wind and water carry these pieces of rocks. These pieces of rocks rub against each other and break into very tiny particles. These particles get mixed with decaying plants and animals to form soil. This is the way when we see how rocks became soil or it changes into soil. So let us go through once more the process on which the rocks change or formed into soil. There are hard rocks on the surface of the earth. The sun heats up these rocks. Rain and wind cools them down. They develop crack due to the constant heating and cooling. The cracks get bigger and bigger. Finally, the rocks break up into small pieces. Wind and water carry these pieces of rocks. These pieces of rocks rub against each other and break into very tiny particles. These particles get mixed with decaying plants and animals to form soil. The decaying plant and animal matter is called humus, which is very important. So the decaying plant and animal matter is called humus. It makes the soil rich in minerals. Now, activity time. Take an empty glass and put some soil from a garden in it. Fill the glass with water and stir the contents with spoon. Keep it undisturbed for 20 minutes on the table. Now observe the glass very carefully. You will see the different layers are formed in the glass. Starting from the bottom, the first layer formed is of stone. Above this is the layer of sand. The clay settles down above the sand, and the topmost layer consists of not so clear water or humus. Contents of soil. Soil contains pieces of broken rocks, minerals, decaying plants, animals, air and water. So, from the first activity, we came to know that what are the contents of a soil. Now, we are going to discuss about another activity. To do that activity, take some soil in a pan and cover it with lid. Request an elder to heat the pan over a low flame and then open the lid. You will observe drops of water on the other side of the lid. This shows that soil contains water also. Are you excited to do these activities? Then let us discuss one more. Take a glass jar and put some soil in it. Pour water over it and observe it carefully while doing it. You will see that some bubbles float up as you pour water. This happens because air is trapped in the soil. This air escapes as bubbles when water poured in the soil. Now we will discuss about different types of soil. Soil varies in colors, composition. Different places has different types of soil. There are 3 types of soil: sandy, clay and loam soil. First we are going to discuss about sandy soil. What is sandy soil? Sandy soil is a soil with a high percentage of sand or large soil particles. It mainly consists of rock particles such as limestone, shale, granite, quartz. Sandy soil has a low percentage of organic material. Water travels through sandy soil very easily, so nutrients leach out quickly. A sandy soil generally drain well and hold little water. They are dry and warm in spring, so early sowing and planting can take place and they produce wonderful early vegetable crops. Do you know what kind of plants grow best in sandy soil? Yes, sandy soil is great for shrubs and bulbs such as tulips, tree mallow, sun roses, hibiscus. Vegetable root crops like carrots, potatoes, they favor sandy soil. Lettuce, strawberries, peppers, corn, squash, zucchini, collard greens and tomatoes are also grown commercially in sandy soil. What does sandy soil look like? Sandy soil is light, warm, dry and tend to be acidic and low in nutrients. Sandy soil are often known as light soils due to their high proportion of sand and little clay. These soils have quick water drainage and are easy to work with. Do you know what are the characteristics of sandy soil? Sandy soil is very light, warm, dry and tend to be acidic and low in nutrients. Sandy soils are often known as light soils due to their high proportion of sand and little clay. These soils have quick water drainage and are easy to work with. Now, we will discuss about the second type of clay soil. Clay soil is defined as soil that comprised of very fine mineral particles and not much organic material. The resulting soil is quite sticky since there is not much space between the mineral particles and it does not drain well at all. What is clay soil used for? Because of these properties, clay soil or clay is used for making pottery. Both utilitarian and decorative, and even in construction productions such as bricks, wall, and floor tiles. Different types of clay, when used with different minerals and firing conditions, are used to produce earthenware, stoneware, and porcelain. What are the crops grow best in clay soil? Best vegetables for clay soil are lettuce, chard, snap beans, and other crops with shallow roots beneath from the clay soil ability to retain moisture, and broccoli, Brussels sprouts, and cabbage often grow better in clay soil than looser loams because their roots enjoy firm anchorage. What is the difference between clay soil and sandy soil? Of all types of soil, sand has the largest particle size and the clay has the smallest. This is the first difference. And the second difference is one grain of sand in hundreds of times the size of a clay particle. Because of the difference, sand drains water fast and clay retains water very well, too well usually. Sandy soil are more acidic, usually around 5.5 to 6.7. Now the third type of soil is loam soil. Loam soil is a mixture of soil that is the ideal plant growing medium. It is actually a combination soil, normally equal parts of clay, sleet, sand, which gives the benefits of each with few of the disadvantages. Where can we find loam soil? Loam soil generally found majority of the successful farms in regions around the world known for their fertile land. Loam soil feels soft and crumbly and easy to work over a wide range of moisture conditions. What is loam soil good for? Loam soils are best for plant growth because sand, sleet, and clay together provides desirable characteristics. First, the different sized particles leave spaces in the soil for air and water to flow and roots to penetrate. The roots feed on the minerals in the suspended water. Uses of soil. Soil is important to us in many ways. Soil provides water and minerals for plants to grow. Soil is the habitat of many tiny creatures like snails, earthworms, etc. Soil prevents flood by absorbing rainwater. Soil provides us with useful minerals like diamond, graphite, etc. As we came to the end of the chapter, let's recall the important points. Soil is the topmost layer of the earth's surface. It consists of a mixture of particles of broken rocks, minerals, and decay plants and animals. Weathering is the process of breaking down of rocks due to the action of heat, cold, water, and wind. The decaying plant and animal matter is called humus. It makes the soil rich in minerals. Soil contains pieces of broken rocks, minerals, decaying plants, animals, air, and water. A soil varies in colors and composition. Different places has different types of soil. There are three types of soil: sandy, clay, loam. Sandy soil is a soil with a high percentage of sand or large soil particles. Clay soil is defined as soil that comprised of very fine mineral particles and not much organic material. This resulting soil is quite sticky since there is not much space between the mineral particles and it does not drain at all. Loam soil is a mixture of soil that is the ideal plant growing medium. It is actually a combination soil, normally equal part of clay, sleet, and sand, which gives the benefits of each with few of the disadvantages. Soil is important to us in many ways. Now, memorize and learn these spellings. Surface, crack, constant, pieces, decaying, humus, empty, layer, bottom, undisturbed, observe, weathering, clay, loam, mixture, compost. Now it is time for your home assignment. Please take out your science copy and in a page stick 3 photos of 3 kinds of soil: sandy soil, clay soil and loam soil. In a single page you have to stick 3 pictures.